Good afternoon, everybody. This is Richie coming at you from the historic Blick Plantation. I'm here with my eldest son, Richard Spencer
Hello.
Curtis Blick, and he's been helping me today, and I'm glad he's here because we've had the vulture experience in the house, and now we have another generation of vultures that have taken up residency here. But anyway, that's in a different video. This video is about it's an important realization. My youngest daughter, Lily, we were taking a trip for July 4th, and my youngest daughter, Lily, calculated her and Spencer were doing some research on the family and the car on the trip, and they discovered that um, that our ancestor that immigrated from England to Jamestown. His name was Daniel Lucy, and he immigrated. What did y'all come up with? I think 1624.
Yes, 1624.
So that means that it's
Uh
400 years
huh.
last month, and he came over on these. Which one?
The
Susan Constance, right?
Susan Constant. Yes.
Well, we did some research, and that was the boat that's been in Jamestown forever. And I've been on that boat before, and I didn't realize that my ancestors had immigrated to America on that boat. And I noticed a mistake on our family tree. It had 1628 on this tree.
Oh.
But Daniel, according to the internet, says he's on the passenger list for 1624, I believe. So I got a little bit more research to do on that. But I think that's really cool. So that was in June of 1624 that he immigrated from Warwickshire, England, I believe. I've got my family tree in my lap. Um, yeah, Warwickshire, England. He was born in Warwickshire, England in 1594, and he immigrated to Jamestown. Um, you know what? He died. It says he died in Jamestown in 1628.
Oh wow.
So he only lived 4 years in
Yeah.
Jamestown,
Hmm.
um, which is really, really interesting to me. So we definitely have to find that. We may be able to find his grave
Maybe.
if he's buried in Jamestown.
Yeah.
Um, his cousin, he came here to meet his cousin who came over earlier, and his cousin was Richard Kingsmill. Richard Kingsmill, those familiar with Jamestown today, know the Kingsmill Plantation. The Kingsmill Plantation was given to him by, I believe it was a priest that was here and did not have children and things. So he was gifted it from the King of England, I believe, um, and so you still see his name around. And if you do some further research on Kingsmill, that's the family line that has Highclere Castle in England. That is where Downton Abbey is filmed off of. So they definitely have some famous lineage on that side of the family. But the reason why I bring up Daniel Lucy, that immigrated here in 1624, is I can't count how many of these. So from you, Spencer, uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I've got 12 generations for you, um, that he was back. So you're the 12th generation since he came to America
Wow.
to be born here. Um, and his great, 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 great granddaughter, um, Martha Ann Cornelia Lucy, is buried out back of this house,
You don't
plantation house.
say.
Yep.
Hmm.
She was married to George Richard Blick, who's also buried out back of this house, and so is their son. Now, Martha Ann Cornelia Lucy's father, Samuel Kelly Lucy, is buried nearby in Dauphin, Virginia. I do want to find that grave one day. So this is the Lucy line. So Jeremy, if you're paying attention, or Charles Pope, this is your line of the family as well. Somehow they link in here, so we'll figure that out one day. They're childhood friends of mine that we never knew were cousins until later in life. But anyway, I just thought that was really cool. 400 years last month.
400.
Yep.
It's insane to think about. That's crazy.
And this house has been here, 250 years of it?
Yep.
So that's really cool. That's also insane. And her family plantation home, her father's home, which was also a plantation nearby. We're near Smoky Ordinary, and their plantation home was near Dauphin, which is not that far. The way the crow flies, only a few miles. And there's a family cemetery still there for the Lucys, and there are quite a few of them buried there. But anyway, yeah, 400 years in America, is to be able to trace your family back that far is really cool. But her family line is quite impressive. I've actually been contacted by genealogists, or whatever you call them, that are, I don't remember that formal stuff, but they're looking at her line too, because her line, see, it's really impressive. I had this up on the table at one point in there, but her line, and then it splits off. And then what's the oldest one that you have, Spencer?
The oldest one that I have is Sigebert the Lame, where there's no birth date, but he died in 509. He was a king.
Okay, so he was a king. I have on these papers. All right, you've got those two go on the end of this one because this is 635. It's all right. But then the other line, which is off of the Lucys as well, has quite a few kings. This is the Scottish line, I believe. Yeah, King Scotland, which is Macrinan and Malcolm. And this line keeps going through de Tours, de Burgundy, de Tours. I've heard of Burgundy, France, over in that area. And then here's Berswind de France. And then it keeps going. And the oldest one on here is King of Dagobert Meroving. No, and then he's 602. And then there's two more lines on here. Clotar the second, which is 584, and then Chilperic the first. Oh, there's no date on his though. His wife was Frowregard, which was birth 543. And those are supposedly called the Meroving. I'm not good at this, y'all. I butcher stuff. Merovingen, Merovingian dynasty. Merovingian dynasty. But anyway, so yeah, they certainly have quite a few impressive people on that line. But it's really cool that they all of them, following generation to generation to generation, tie back to this house.
Yes.
Because their granddaughter, great granddaughter, lived here for many years and was buried here, or is buried here. And her headstone's out back. So she died in the early 1900s.
Oh.
I don't remember the exact year, but anyway. I just thought that was cool.
Oh
So
yeah.
I told Lily that when we came here today that we were going to make a video about 400 years in America as of last month. And I hate that I couldn't make that video last month, but I didn't know about it. We didn't know until the family trip, and they're doing the trivia research in the car, um, driving down to visit our friends, the Hudsons, in Fleetwood, North Carolina. Um, I got cleared. I'm still in physical therapy, y'all. I know you're going to ask about the shoulder, but I got cleared to get in the water. So we did a little shallow river float in front of their house, and that felt very relaxing. But I'm in physical therapy, so I go a few times a week, and I have a little bit of movement in my right arm. I have it's increasing every time I go to physical therapy, so that's good news. Um, I worry about it being, you know, that it taking too long. But as long as it's steady improvement, then I'm okay with that. But I can't lift it up past my, I have to help it still. But I'm able to do a few more things than I was before. Um, but anyway, I'll do an update video on that later. But for now, the Lucy's in America, 400 years last month.
Mm.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tagging along. We're going to go find some more vultures.
Yep. Shoo them off.
Yeah, we've got a few more projects to do here today. So we're just taking a break. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.
All right.
Did it work? I can't.